Gaming Bolt presents 15 video game bosses you probably didn't know can be beaten easily. Bosses can be a pain in the neck. Sure, they're meant to test you and make you understand who you really are, but sometimes you just want them to die real quick. That being said, there are a number of bosses in video games that can die a little too easily, even if they don't appear that way at all. Let's take a look at 15 video game bosses you probably didn't know could be killed easily. Ancient Wyvern, Dark Souls 3. This is the inspiration behind the video itself. The Ancient Wyvern is an imposing looking dragon that you can find on Archdragon Peak. It may seem like a doozy, but if you just run past him, head to a platform high above his head, and simply dive attack, he'll die in one hit. Easy game, easy life. The End, Metal Gear Solid 3. You're probably thinking we're talking about the one trick where the PS2 clock is set for a week after, thus ensuring the End dies of old age. Instead, if you head to the Ponizovsk docks, which I'm almost positive I mispronounced that, the End can be seen chilling in a wheelchair. Pull out a sniper rifle, shoot him in the head, and voila, no excruciatingly annoying boss battle for the rest of the game. Ravello, Just Cause 3. Ravello may seem like a challenge of sorts with his attack helicopter, until you exploit the game's grappling hook mechanics. Attach one hook to his chopper and attach the end to a pit of lava, and watch as the final boss goes under in less than a minute. Repeat, because it's funny as hell. KALLE Demos, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker's KALLE Demos boss isn't too hard to beat if you know how to use your sword and boomerang properly. However, 14 years after the game's release, a YouTuber named fish_waffle65 found a very easy way. Instead of using the magical forest water obtained in a particular side quest for a heart piece, simply sprinkle it on the boss. This causes the boss to die immediately. Final boss, Two Worlds. Courtesy of Shadex at the Summer Games Done Quick 2016, there's a way to kill the final boss of Two Worlds and effectively end the game in a few minutes. It involves aggroing him to a bunch of villagers in the beginning, which you will need to hop a fence to skip a cutscene, and taking splash damage close to one. This will cause all of the villagers to attack the final boss, and despite your low attack damage, everyone working together can vanquish him. Logarius and Friends, Bloodborne. An odd glitch emerged in Bloodborne at one point that could make several bosses much easier. If you left your PS4 running for more than 12 hours, done by disabling the power saving options, then several bosses would lack more powerful attacks. Logarius, for example, only used one simple scythe slash. Murgo's Wet Nurse simply walked after you, so on and so forth. The Wither, Minecraft. The second end boss of Minecraft can be a real headache to kill, if you don't know what you're doing. If you create a nice little tunnel for yourself, and then find a confined enough space, it's possible to actually summon the Wither underground. From there, you can fire arrows through the tunnel, keep backing up, and hit the Wither whenever he gets too close. Not only will he be unable to properly hit you, but this entire encounter can be beaten without needing any armor. Then again, this was long ago, so don't go soloing the Wither just yet. Quiet, Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Quiet is arguably the best companion you can have in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Fighting her isn't tough, but there's an easy way to dispose of her without wasting any bullets. Simply tag her with the binoculars, call in a supply drop on her position, and repeat until she goes down. The supply drop will do pretty decent damage and provide some unintentional humor as well. Ganondorf, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. One of the most feared villains of the Legend of Zelda franchise can be taken out with, believe it or not, a fishing rod. In Twilight Princess, Ganondorf can be distracted with the rod, opening him up to many free strikes. Originally thought to be a glitch, though this technique is similar to Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time and Phantom Ganon in Wind Waker, who can be defeated with a bottle of all things. Sergeant Boykin or any other boss, Dead Rising 2. Is the good sergeant or any other boss getting you down in Dead Rising 2? Well, call in some backup. If you rescue 8 people in the game and equip them with weapons, they'll help you fight any boss. Much like Two Worlds' final boss, this results in a much simpler battle as a whole. Evrae Altana, Final Fantasy X. When facing Evrae Altana, who is a zombie version of Evrae, you'll have the option to either escape, thus sacrificing some rewards, or battle him. Thanks to his zombie status, Evrae can only be harmed with healing spells, so obviously the greatest healing spells will inflict the most amount of damage. Simply hit Evrae Altana with 2 Phoenix Downs and 2 X Potions for the easiest boss fight of your life. Dragon, Super Metroid. Dragon is one of the tougher bosses from Super Metroid, so of course there's a way to kill him without breaking a sweat. Destroy the wall cannons prior to the fight, let Dragon grab you, and then use the grappling hook on the wall cannon. This will allow electricity to pass through Samus's suit and electrocute Dragon. Samus will take roughly 59 damage in the process, but it's a far easier way than simply fighting the Dragon. Capra Demon, Dark Souls. The Capra Demon is one of the more hilarious boss battles in the first Dark Souls because you could actually kill him with dung pies. That's poop to be more specific. However, there's now an easier way. Simply run up the stairs and have the Capra follow you, jump off, after which he should also fall and be ripe for some hits, and then repeat. Keep healing with your flask and things should go even faster than the dung pies method. Don't forget to take out the dogs first though. Tsao Challenge 2, Sly Cooper 2. Fighting General Tsao in Sly Cooper 2 is tough enough, but trying to beat him with only half health in the Tsao Challenge 2 can be a nightmare. However, if you simply use Knockout Dive, Triangle, and then Square to knock him into the wall, the challenge can be completed rather quickly. The Master, Fallout. The Master in the original Fallout is annoyingly tough, with his constantly respawning waves and absurd health. However, if you have an intelligence of at least 8, a high speech skill, and some robes, it's a whole quest, so just look it up. Then it's possible to convince the Master to kill himself. You'll need to make a few dialogue choices and then calmly walk out of his base before being nuked, but it's far easier than fighting him head on. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Bolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.